Welcome to From Betrayal to Breakthrough, and here is a mini dose of Dr. Debi where I'm sharing tips, suggestions, strategies, and sometimes just motivation to have you move past your betrayal once and for all. So it's day 2 of the Trust Again Intensive, the Self-Love Edition, and it's always a rough day 1, because I do this exercise with everybody, and they realize where they thought trust originally shattered wasn't their most recent experience. It was from something typically that happened decades ago. So here's the thing. Based on that experience that could have happened 10, 20, 30 plus years ago, they're living a life based on the shattered trust from back then. So first of all, that person may not care or even remember or know what they've done. And here we are living sort of at the brunt of that experience. Or it could have been something that was completely misinterpreted. For example, maybe mom was on the phone, you were a little kid, mom was on the phone, you raced in, you had some earth-shattering news, and she shushed you. Shh. Right then, you could have made that to mean I don't matter. So now think about this. It doesn't start out as a belief. It starts out as that thought. You infuse it with some feelings. You give it some life. It keeps going. And then it's like your mind says, oh, I didn't realize you want this playing all day. No worries. Go about your business. I'm just going to put this in your subconscious and have this running as a little subconscious program for you. Go about your day. Now here's the thing. We have between 60 and 80,000 thoughts a day. About 80% of them are negative. You and I both know people where that's conservative. So think about it. If you made that shushing to mean you don't matter, right? And we have between 60 and 80,000 thoughts a day. Take a low number. Let's say 30,000 thoughts are devoted to some version of I don't matter, right? Maybe it shows up in what you're not speaking up for yourself. Maybe it shows up in how you treat yourself. Maybe it shows up in what you allow others to say and do to you. Do you see how this happens? We're taking this all on during the Trust Again Intensive. So if it feels like you just don't want to carry this a minute more than you need to, and you shouldn't, join us. The PBTInstitute.com/trust-intensive. We are taking this all on. You deserve to heal from something that happened so long ago. It's already taken up enough of your time. We can change all of it. That's what we're doing, and we can help you too. So I hope to see you there, because day 2 is a big one. You can always catch up on anything you missed and have recordings for life if you want to. So I hope to see you there. We're taking on day 2. So it's day 3 of the Trust Again Intensive, and I get this question a lot, and I'm wondering if it's something that's happening with you. Let's say you've been betrayed, trust has been shattered, and you're willing to see if that person's going to right the wrong, take full and complete responsibility, do what it takes to earn back your trust. And then, it's kind of this half-hearted attempt. And then the person whose trust has been shattered, who's been betrayed, starts making excuses for that person. Well, they're under a lot of stress. Well, they have kind of this issue, or wow, they have this childhood thing that happened and whatever. Now, I'm not minimizing any experience, someone's mental or emotional health, or about anything that may have happened in the past. What I am seeing so often is the person whose trust has been shattered is now feeling guilty because they're getting frustrated with the other person's lack of trying to do something to right the wrong. And here's the thing. If that person has a horrible childhood or whatever may have led to them thinking this was the best option, okay, what are they doing to heal that? When someone is really taking full and complete ownership, it's the whatever it takes. The whatever it takes mentality. And it's so easy to see when all we do is switch roles. If the tables were turned, would you, is that how you would handle, the shattering of trust with that level of work and effort? And they always say, no, I would do anything it takes, everything it takes. So why is it okay? Why is it okay when that's not the way we're being treated? Just something to look at, because we're so good so often at making excuses for other people's behavior, and we deserve better than that. So hope that helps. And if you're making excuses for someone else, if they're getting the help they need, that's wonderful. That's really, really good. But if they're not doing whatever it takes, just a question of asking, why is that okay? Hope that helps. I'll see you next time. Day 4 4 of the Trust Again Intensive. I'm so excited for everybody because today is when I teach the 4-step trust rebuilding process. And usually what happens is we go right to step 4 without doing steps 1, 2, and 3. And that's why we always feel kind of shaky and unstable. We always feel a little bit anxious, not sure if we're able to trust. There's a reason for it. There's a reason why. But yesterday was so huge because I was talking about being proactive versus being reactive. When we're proactive, we're creating what it is we want versus being reactive, we're kind of at the mercy of what's happening to us. It's like when we're like a ping pong ball in the ocean, just getting bounced around instead of deciding what it is we want and where it is we want to go. It's like being the driver of the bus, right? Or being a passenger, hoping the bus driver knows how to drive. That's the difference between being reactive and proactive. And when you're proactive, you're deciding, who do I want to spend my time with? What are non-negotiables? What are my boundaries? I will not tolerate this. I will only do this. Whatever it is. We don't think about these things. But it's really important, and especially after betrayal, after the shattering of trust, you get an opportunity to create this 2.0 version of you that never would have been able to show up had that experience not happened. So while you're creating this new version of you, you get to decide what are your boundaries, what are your non-negotiables, what is it that you will no longer accept or you're no longer willing to tolerate or you'll include in this new version of you. This is all intentional, deliberate, and it happens when you're not reactive, but proactive in creating what it is you want. So day 4, here we go. You could still join us, thepbtinstitute.com/trust-intensive. I'll be sharing the tips here that we learned, but join us if you want to be part of the experience. Either way, proactive versus reactive. I'll talk to you soon. You need the right tools, support, and the right community to move through the 5 stages from betrayal to breakthrough. And we have all that within the PBT Institute. So join us at the PBT, as in post-betrayal transformation, thepbtinstitute.com. There's a version of you who's so confident, healthy, peaceful, and happy on the other end of your healing. And we can't wait to help you get there. We got you. Thanks for listening. And here's to your breakthrough.